Hey everybody, welcome back to the Magic Channel Card Tricks, and today we're going to look at the invisible deck. We're asking the question, what is the invisible deck? Now, I've done a couple other videos on this channel. We've looked at the Svengali deck, and we've looked at the Stripper deck. These are all trick decks, right? They're all trick decks, or what we would also call a gaff deck. What is gaff? What does gaff mean? Gaff is British slang, and it actually means to bluff or to reveal the secret. And so you could call it a secret deck, right? A trick deck. You can get a invisible deck at penguinmagic.com for about $6. Now, a gentleman named Joe Berg, he is the inventor of the invisible deck. He invented it in about the 1930s. And I'm not going to give away any secrets, okay? Not going to give away any secrets, but we are going to let you know what this deck is. So let's say you buy one of these decks for yourself. What are you going to get? You get the trick deck, right? It's wrapped in paper like this. This is from Royal Magic, but as you can see, it is a bicycle branded deck, right? Bicycle branded deck. And this is what you want, okay? When you get your trick decks, when you get your gaff decks, you want something that looks like a deck of cards that somebody would have lying around their house, right? When you're dealing with trick cards and gaff cards, you don't want to buy some brand or some back design that people don't recognize, right? Don't get anything that's, made in China. You want to get something that looks just like this. Also, you will get a little piece of paper instruction. Now, you could use the paper instruction. You could also go out on YouTube and find a video tutorial. I'm sure they're out there on YouTube. You could also find a tutorial out there in like a blog form too. So there's plenty of exposure out there already about what the invisible deck is. But let me tell you what the trick is. So you could actually have this in your pocket. You don't even have to bring it out at the very beginning. And you could tell your spectator that you have an invisible deck, right? That's usually how it starts. David Blaine did this in his Magic Man Street Magic walk around set, and so that took off from there, and people got really excited about the invisible deck after Blaine did it. But that's kind of how you start. You say, I have this deck of invisible cards. You bring out invisible cards, and you shuffle them up, fake, right? And you say, here, you take them, you shuffle them, and they pretend to shuffle them, and you say, oh, don't drop them, right? Or some humor, and then you say, okay, give them back so they're well shuffled, and you spread through them. And you just say, select a card. And they pretend to pull out a card, and you just ask them. You say, hey, what card did you pick? What card did you get? And they look at it, and they say, oh, it's the Six of Hearts. You say, all right. And when you fan the cards, you say, we're going to take that card, and we're going to put it in this deck upside down. So now your Six of Hearts is upside down in this deck. And you say, oh, that's what we're going to do. Now we'll do something really interesting. I actually have a real deck. I was just teasing you before. I have a real deck here in my pocket. And you bring out your invisible deck and say, before you and I met, before this trick even started, I prepared this deck in a very unique way. And I want you to see this because I think you're going to be surprised. Let's go through these cards really carefully, and I want you to see that there's one card face down. One card face down. Which card did you say was your card? Which is the card that we put in this deck upside down? And they say, Six of Hearts? Say, yep, the Six of Hearts. That is the invisible deck. And the thing with the invisible deck is your spectator can call any card, right? Any card out of 52. Now, I can't give away the secret. I can't tell you how it's done. I can tell you that there is some math involved, so that when they tell you the card they're thinking of, you got to do a little bit of mental thinking in your head. You have to put two and two together, as it were, and come up with a little code in your head to remember how to find their card in the deck. But any card called can be reversed in this. The other thing I can tell you is the deck is virtually self-working. What do I mean by that? Well, because it's a gaff deck, because it's a trick deck, it's going to do most of the heavy lifting for you. A lot of the work's already been done. And really, when the trick is over, you'll take the card that was reversed, slide it right back in where it was, close it back up, put it back in the box, and you're off to go again. Okay, it resets really fast. It does take practice, right? It does take practice, especially trying multiple cards, right? So just practice to yourself, or have your Alexa, or have your robot computer at home select random cards for you and practice pulling those cards out. But like I said, you can find this. You can find this at Penguin Magic. It's only about $6. Make sure you get the good kind. Make sure you get the one from Royal Magic that says it comes in a red bicycle. And we'll look at some more gaff decks. We'll look at more trick decks in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and follow, and I'll see you next week. Bye.